Wake up, St. Lucia. Good morning, family. Thank you again for being with me. Every day is such a great one, especially the ones when we get to be outdoors. Right now, I'm at Howelton Estate. I actually didn't know much about it, but I know it's home to Caribel Batik. Not to mention there's some coconut oil production going here, local chocolate making. So we're going to check it out, and we're going to have a good time this morning. So let's see what happens.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Howelton's Estate. I'm Tara. Right this way. Please watch your step. No accidents are allowed here. As you can see, we do a lot of our planting, like our hibiscus, we do sugar canes, we do anthuriums, exoras, you name it. Please watch your step. If you're wondering, our restrooms are the green roof building to your left. And we also cater for the limited mobility customers. Yes, sugar cane. To our right, of course, to our right, we have our cellar bar where one can get our local beers, Peter, Heineken. You also get your cappuccino, you name it, rum punch, fruit punch. And if you look to your left, a lovely photo opportunity of the Castries Basin. On brighter days, we normally see our neighboring island of Martinique. However, it's rather foggy today.
Wow, the view's amazing. I can see
It
the
is
convent,
breathtaking
the
view.
stadium. Wow.
This is one view that captures the customer's attention.
Yeah.
Our first studio, like I mentioned, is where we do our portraits, our paintings, and handmade dolls. All of these readily available on the inside for purchase. Right here, we do have a small display of our coconuts. Just to let you know, we use almost every part of our coconuts. We have, this one here is already turning into a plant, as you can see. The different parts, what it looks like when it's open. We also have coconut lamps, there's coconut bags, we have musical instruments made out of coconuts, there's coconut soap, coconut rum truffles, coconut coffee, fudge, you name it, everything goes coconut. Okay? Our next studio, like I mentioned, is by Christy Creations, an award-winning solution artist who has been recognized for her many talents. Our next studio is where we do our batik. Does anyone know anything about batik? Just a little?
A little bit. You use wax, right?
Yes, that's where you use wax and dye. Well, to me, batik is very interesting, and it's originally from Indonesia. It's a descriptive word which means dye resistance. In the creation of batik, one must always start off on a plain white piece of fabric. Your fabric must be 100% cotton, silk, or rayon. If not, the wax won't come off. Here we do 3 types of designs. We do pencil designs, where you pencil sketch your ideas. We also do freehand designs, where we use a standard painting brush doing any design. So this is basically what the cocoa pod looks like. And it has been proven that it has been recognized by the University of Leeds of our cocoa pods having the highest amount of flavonols. And we all know what the flavonols are. It reads, well, basically right here, it influences vascular health. It promotes blood flow to your heart and your brain. It contains antioxidants. And for some persons who might be interested, aphrodisiacs. Soon we'll be having chocolate classes. Yes, we'll be doing chocolate classes. So they normally have they'll have a package where you pay the $50 and you get a gift, a free drink, a gift, and you actually go with your chocolate. Welcome to Ali Rose Extra Virgin Coconut Oil. Well, Ali Rose Extra Virgin Coconut Oil is owned by a young entrepreneur, Kieran Roseman. You'll be meeting him shortly. Basically, when we come here, you get to learn everything about the coconut oil. Presently, most persons are going into the extra virgin coconut oil, which has over 100 health benefits. Okay, so right here we have most of our batik pieces. We have fabric if you're a quilter. We also have some of our tie-dye dresses, one size fit all. We cater for everyone. We also have our display here with our chocolates, small sizes, $6 US, and the large ones are 11 US. We also have, to the front, some of our hand-painted bags done by Christine Samuel, Christy Creations. Just to mention a few, we have some of our local dolls, and of course some of our accessories. Okay, well, this is the end of our tour. Sorry to say. Hope to see you again. And of course, thank you for coming personally.
Thank you very much. And St. Lucia, it's definitely been a pleasure. I've got my coconut oil on my face, chocolate samples. It has been amazing. So you guys need to come and check it out as well. Just because we live here doesn't mean that it's only for tourists to come and experience. So make sure you come out and ask for Tara with 2 R's, okay? Let her know that I sent you. Wake up, St. Lucia. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This morning is back on, and I'm Chayla Mendez, your host. Today we have, I know I always say someone is my special guest. I can't help it if everybody who joins us is special. But this time, we're celebrating something that is worth, I should say, a celebration. Right now, I have with me Divet Charles, and he was the bass player with the band Onyx. And Onyx is a very iconic band, and I think pioneers for us, and especially St. Lucians and the music industry, because they were the first band as well to open the doors and start performing on the cruise ship sector as well. Now, June this year is their 35th anniversary, so I think that definitely deserves a celebration. And so I'm so thrilled to have him here with us, and we're going to get to know more about the band and what these experiences were like. So, Divet, thank you so much for being here with us. How do you feel?
Well, it's good to be, for one, back home, after spending so many years at sea.
Yeah, you told me like 26 years.
26 years,
on the cruise
on
ship.
cruise ships, different
Wow.
cruise ships. Started off in June 1982, But I stopped the cruise ships about 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great experience. We were actually first playing at Cunard La Toc at the time, when the president of Cunard Line, Ralph Barner, heard us playing at this very same hotel, which is now Sandals La Toc.
La Toc, right.
And he spoke to my brother Clement Charles, who was group leader at the time, and asked whether we considered working on cruise ships. And he said, well, he hadn't really thought about it, but it's worth considering. And 3 months after, we all had to resign our day jobs and go on to Cunard Counties, where we started off on.
Mm-hmm.
In 1983, during the Falklands War, we were transferred on to Cunard Princess for a couple of years, and after that, onto the flagship, the Queen Elizabeth II, where we spent a number of years and also did the world cruises, Very, very interesting times.
Great. Now, with that, the music scene too, like being the first on the cruise ships, to open that door, how did the band and you all feel, having that initial opportunity?
Well, I must say it was quite a privilege to, be the first group, in fact, the first group from the Caribbean to be actually a resident of Cunard Line way back in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when we had a meeting with the cruise director, he said if you all mess up, he'll be packing his suitcases the same time as us.
So there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, a lot. So we had to sort of ensure that everything went well, start on time, stick to the rules, As they say, when you're Roman, when you're Rome, you do as the Romans do, right?
Right. Nice. And with that, who made up the band Onyx?
Well, Onyx consists of about, I would say, 5 members. We had Mervyn Wilkinson, he was one of the lead vocalists,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Evans, and Gregory Chabot. Then they had Jones Tiso on drums, Clement Charles was band leader, and myself on bass, So these comprise Onyx.
Great. And, what was the synergy like with the band, and working together?
Always very good, because, what you put in, as you know, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So we always had to get along very well, always have that happy spirit, because what you put out is what, if you feel bad, you're not going to play properly.
Right.
So you got to feel good, and if that harmony is there, then you could pass it on in a very pleasant way, and it shows up in the music,
Right. And with this musical journey with Onyx, again, this year and this month specifically is the celebration of the 35th anniversary. So throughout the journeys and the experiences, what is one of your most fondest memories with the band, or fondest performances?
Performances, well, there are quite a few, because I remember we had to play at the Caribbean Tourist Organization, that's at the Wall of Astoria in New York. Arrow was there, a lot of other Caribbean artists were there
Oh, nice.
at the time. We also played with New Kids on the Block. I don't even remember that band.
Yes,
That
I
was
actually do.
in Nassau, the Bahamas, you know. And other times, I'm trying to recall, there's so many events, you know. I remember even we were contracted to play in Japan for 3 months after the World Cruise, you know. And that was quite an experience also.
And with all the travels that you all were doing and the experiences, of course, you know, what did you take back from all of that?
Well, I think the important thing is to be able to meet so many different cultures and people, and still, what I find that people basically the same all over. So if you respect yourself, then you get respect from people, regardless of where you go. You know, or even though you sometimes can't speak the language. So I think that augurs well for, you know, being sort of, what should I say, respecting people. Because
Yes.
you respect yourself, you know, other people can respect. You don't expect to get respect, you don't respect yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. So I would like all of you to continue with us as we celebrate. You know, June is still running. We still have a couple more days, so let's continue to celebrate with Onyx 35 years, and of course definitely pioneers, and you know, paving that way for us and for all the musicians who are here today, because we have so many St. Lucians now out on the cruise ships.
Yeah.
So you know, to all those who are not home with us right now and working hard and just making beautiful music for the entire world to enjoy, and of course representing for St. Lucia, you know, lots of love going out to you. And again, you know, to Onyx Band, I want to personally just say, you know, congratulations and thank you for what you all did for us and opened the way for musicians to come. So 35 years, people, is something amazing. And Diva, thank you very much for being with us here on this morning. We're happy to celebrate, you know,
Yeah.
with you all as well. So just remember that these are music icons, part of our music history here, and we're going to celebrate it right now. So thank you very much again for being with us. And St. Lucia, we will bring you more. Thank you as well. Good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you for joining us. You're watching This Morning, and welcome back. Today, our special guest on the set, who is now a new part of our family. We have Dr. Francois here. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Very good. And it's her first time here, but she's here for a major cause, and something very important is happening later this week. On Thursday and Friday, we'd be observing Regional Testing Day, and I figured that it would be very important that I let our family know why they need to come out and get tested. Is so important. So, you know, we have the experts here with us. So, Dr. Francois, you know, what is Regional Testing Day all about?
Well, Regional Testing Day is really the brainchild of Dr. Alison Leacock and the Caribbean Media Alliance, who found that the region in itself needed to up our testing to identify individuals who are HIV positive and have these individuals know their status. So it is a joint venture between the Caribbean Media Alliance, Scotiabank, who offer their facilities for the regional testing, as well as the PANCAP, who works with the ministries of health throughout the region, so that the ministry in itself gets our testers mobilized. We go out and we do testing at the different Scotiabanks. This is the 10th year.
Oh, wow.
And the aim is really to, as I said earlier, to get persons tested, to get persons to know their status. And our goal really is to reach the target set by the World Health Organization, the 1990 targets, whereby 90% of persons who are HIV positive know their status. And the only way that you know your status is by getting tested. And
Right.
through getting tested, you are then able to protect yourself. You use condoms because you are aware of your status, as well as get into treatment and care programs so that you reduce your viral load. You are on treatment, thereby reducing the likelihood of spreading to your partner.
Great. Now, you know why this is also very important, because I don't think it's just a St. Lucian thing or regional, but across the world, people have certain stigmas about getting tested, whether it's pride or some people just feel like they're invincible, and others are just afraid and ashamed. So, you know, how do we address this? Because, you know, persons off the bat might be feeling uncomfortable to even come out. So,
Well, it really is a matter of sensitizing the public. It is similar to you going to get tested for any other, for your glucose, for your pressure. You just need to know your health status. And there is also always the misconception that a certain type of person can get HIV. And we have found that individuals in stable relationships tend not to want to get tested because they believe that, okay, we are both faithful.
Right.
But in essence, you never know when an individual is unfaithful until it's too late.
Great. And I really think that communication, as you said, sensitization is important, because if people learn to talk about these things and not feel that it's something to be shunned upon, then you'd find, okay, you might be afraid of something, but you will come and talk and you will go do what you need to do. So we do need to step out of that. So, but I just want to thank you for being here with us, Dr. Francois.
It was my pleasure.
Because we have another special guest here, and we have our coordinator. So she's going to give us the 411 and the details on the dates and venues. All right, so this is my second special guest here for the morning, and this is Nurse Wilson. So how are you today?
I'm fine.
Great. Now, she's seen the show before, so she's family too. So welcome, and it's so nice to have you here. Can you let St. Lucia know what's your role with Regional Testing Day?
Okay, good morning, St. Lucia. Okay, my role for Thursday and Friday basically is to actually coordinate the testing that will be done both at all three Scotia banks. And also on Thursday, because Castries, normally every Thursday we do testing. So persons that will not be able to make it the Friday could come into Castries Health Center and get an HIV test done.
Okay, so make sure you guys are taking note. Like, this is the point, you need to have your pen and paper out to take down this important information, so you save those dates, all right? Now, are there any other venues as well facilitating, or it's just going to be those?
It will just be the two venues but 3 branches, so people to the south of the island could go down to Vieux-Fort, Scotiabank. To the north, extreme north, we have Gros-Islet branch, and we have Central, which would be on the boulevard.
Okay, perfect. And what time will it kick off till when?
The plan is to start off at 9 and end at 3 p.m. Okay, on Friday, if somebody is interested in getting an HIV test, you walk into the bank. You could even probably go to the teller and tell her you're interested in having an HIV test done. She will actually point you to the persons that are responsible for that. So then you will be taken to the correct place. If you're interested in a test or whether just to get some condoms, you will be guided as to who can help you out on that specifically.
Great. Now, with the testing itself going down, how does that process unfold? Because most people would be concerned about, confidentiality, feeling comfortable, etc.
Okay, the test, yes, it is a normal working day. However, the testing will be being done away from the general public, in a sense that we would be in a private room. For Castries, for example, Central will be actually having the mobile clinic that people will be out there in the bus with their privacy and the tester. So nobody else knows what's happening in there other than the client and the tester.
Great. Now, with the test itself being only just 15 minutes, so many people use the excuse of, oh, I'm afraid of needles as well, as one of the reasons to justify, why they're not going to come. But I've been informed that that's actually different, and it's not going to be any of those scary needles people claim to be afraid of, correct?
Correct, in a sense that, the needle we're going to use, we call it a lancet, which is almost like having a blood sugar test done.
Okay.
So it's just a simple prick. We're going to obtain blood and then run the test. It's not the long needle, which most people seem to be afraid
Yes.
of.
And people conveniently use that as excuses again to justify why they're not going to come. So that's one to scratch off your list. Privacy, you can scratch that off because it's going to be confidential and private, as you heard as well. So if you want to just give them a reminder again of the time and the days that this is going to be happening later this week, so they can make sure they would go out.
Okay. Regional testing, the main day would be Friday at the bank branches. However, on Thursday, if you cannot make it to town on Friday, you can come to Castries Health Center and request for an HIV test, and that will be done for you.
Perfect.
And it is free of charge.
Okay, great. You read my mind. I was about to say we've been talking about this and helping enlighten so people broaden their minds, but and dispelling stigmas, but we didn't say if it was free or not. So St. Lucia, Regional Testing Day is coming, and it's coming very soon. So Thursday and Friday of this week, make sure you come out. There's no reason to be afraid. We've dispelled the stigmas. It's going to be private and confidential. You don't have to worry about scary needles. It's just a little prick. and you don't have that nerve-wracking wait. It's only 15 minutes. So it's better to have peace of mind knowing your status than being lost in the dark. And if it's something that you're not happy about, at least you know, and now you can do something to correct it. So make sure you come out. Nurse Wilson will be there. Make sure you go tell her hello and that I sent you. Go give her trouble, okay? But besides that, let's go out and make sure we know our status, okay? Life is short, so we need to know and take care of ourselves and protect those that we love as well. So Nurse Wilson, I want to thank you so much for your information. And again, thanks to Dr. Francois for being here with us. And come out Thursday and Friday this week.